Of course, if we had already the Swampert and then the Mega Blaziken, now we're going to have the Mega Sceptile. And hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at Mega Sceptile in the Master League with Mega Pokemon allowed, level 40 again, because I think I don't even have the XL Candy for this Pokemon, because I don't think Trico really spawned that often. I don't have the XL Candy for the Blaziken either, but I also didn't really want to power those up. You see the IVs on the right side, they are not quite perfect, but at least they're shiny. We also have Frenzy Plant here. Main reason for this is I just didn't want to get rid of it, and it's a legacy move, and Leaf Blade is usually better, but I don't know, I can still get Leaf Blade later on. Because we have Frenzy Plant, I kind of want to have a better bait move here with the Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw is now a step. You're going to gain the part typing Dragon with the Mega Evolution here, which is cool. But yeah, we're going to take a look at this team here. We're going to have the Dialga here, we're going to have the Ho-Oh there as well, and we're going to have the Sceptile in the back. Issue for this team is one Pokemon, which is Mega Gyarados, which we also see a little bit later on. I didn't really build the team with all the Megas in mind, but yeah, Mega Gyarados is kind of a core breaker for this team. It's very tricky to deal with it, but we will definitely see the matchup later on with that, as well as we can farm down this Heracross and my opponent decides to surrender. Next opponent here, we're going to see Ho-Oh against Mewtwo, which is a neutral matchup, but I usually kind of want to swap out here. We have an ABB line with two dragons in the back, so if we get like a fairy type out of the way, that would be ideal. I think they're going to get to the focus burst in time, but they're going to bait me here anyway, as we're going to go for the Iron Head and most likely going to get the shield back from the opponent as well. As they're going to swap out immediately into a Snorlax, we will be able to swipe basically any move here other than Earthquake, I think. Maybe Earthquake would knock me out, but not a superpower, as they go straight for the superpower, which allows me to go straight for my Dracomedia and allows me to knock out the opponent. I'm going to swap out immediately. As we see an Electro-Wire coming in here, we will be able to go for the Dragon Claw bait. This might get the shield from the opponent, and it will. They could have Flamethrower or they could have Ice Punch. I'm going to let the move go through. It's going to be a Wild Charge, double resisted, still does a ton of damage. I will be able to go ahead and go for the shield against Mewtwo, and I will be able to go for one Frenzy Plant now, knocking them out. And I still have enough energy that I should get to another move against the opponent's Electivire. For the intro, by the way, you will always see like a few bits of the gameplay already in the intro there. I kind of want to drop it down to like around 5 to 6 seconds for the intro. Before I had like around 10 seconds, which already showcased a lot of battles from the video like this. You get still some cool I don't know, chartreuse hitting in the beginning, but like not all of the videos, so the video is not spoiled. I think for the Blaziken I did like a little bit too much, so I think this is what I'm going to do moving forward, because I think those intros are pretty cool, those small intros. But yeah, also saw like a lot of comments, whatever, that they like, that people like it. So also one comment there who said that they don't like it, but I guess that's just society. Some do like stuff, some don't like stuff. It's good that not everybody feels the same, I think, about every stuff, but yeah, it really depends on the person. We see Memoswine coming in here, and we see a Nihilego. Nihilego is this actually XL? I'm pretty sure. No, it's not XL actually. No. It actually goes to like 4,500 or something as XL, so I think it's just a normal one. We will be able to hit the Earthquake though, because we are still running Earthquake on Ho-Oh. Main reason for this, of course, it would learn its signature move here, which would be the Sacred Fire. I just didn't want to use an Elite Term for this, because I'm still waiting for a Hundo, or waiting until I can max that to a level 50, so not really worth it here anyway. Next opponent, we will see the Mega Gyarados. As I said before, this will be a tough one, as they also have way more CP as us, as you can see there as well. Like they had 4,700 actually. Our Sceptile only gets to like 4,000 CP, and we only have a Sceptile that can do something against it. But yeah, we will be able to at least get 2 shields here from my opponent, which is nice. I should be able to go into my Ho-Oh now, and I cannot really shield it up because they have so much energy. But I should have shielded it up here, I think. So I think this was a big mistake, because it's going to be a Dracomedia. So now we only have our Sceptile. We're going to try to farm all the way down. We see the Giratina coming in, and we will see now that the Dragon Claw actually going to do half of its health. So if we go for another Dragon Claw here, this should knock out the opponent, right? Let's see. It does not by like 1 HP, and this is going to lose us the match. I think otherwise I still had a decent chance of winning this game, because I would have been able to one-shot this Gyarados easily. I don't know if they had 2 moves stored already, but the crunch already will knock me out, so it's going to be a good game. Mega Sceptile. Actually, I had more fun with it than I thought, but it's a very, very squishy. But like if you can get it rolling, which is kind of easy to be fair, it's a very cool Pokemon, but it really depends on what you face. We see a Lugia against us. Lugia is of course a Pokemon that can take any kind of hit. This was a stab Brave Bird from a Ho-Oh, and it only did like half of its health, which is insane. I'm going to shield up the next move, which is going to be the Aeroblast, because I know that the Aeroblast would do a ton of damage as well. They're still going to another move, but this is only the Sky Attack, so it doesn't really do that much damage. But yeah, Aeroblast would do a shit ton of damage anyway, so I didn't really want to shield this. Sorry, language. We will see that the Draco Media is coming through here. We're going to be able to get the shield. And we will not get to another one, which is really unfortunate. But you know what's also really unfortunate? Having a Kyogre aligned against a Mega Sceptile, because this Mega Sceptile will be able to go ahead and completely wall that. Annihilate this with one Frenzy Plant already. We can go for another charge move here with the Dragon Claw, and we can go for another one here that will be able to get the final shield from my opponent. I opted to go for Dragon Claw instead of the Earthquake, just because now we have Stab on that as well, and of course, yeah, because we don't run Leaf Blade. Think the ideal moveset would be most likely Earthquake instead of the Dragon Claw, but Dragon Claw is just funnier. And also for the team, I needed some more answers for other Dragon types, as we have a Fire type in the lead that relies on Incinerate damage and not really anything that... I mean, it's okay against dragons, but it really depends. We see another Sceptile user here. This is... I think that must be then the Hundo, because like that is definitely higher CP than ours. Ours, of course, not the Hundo, so it's a little bit tricky. Actually make a mistake here. I saw it was Mud Shot. Why didn't I go into my own Sceptile? Like, it doesn't make any sense at all, but it's fine. We see the Earth Power coming through, and we should be able to farm down in time. I don't think this is an Earth Power. This is also one too fast here. Never mind, I should learn to count, I think, because this was kind of embarrassing. We will be able to at least go for the Bullet Seed down against the opponent's Garchomp. This will allow us to go for a Dragon Claw for whatever reason here. Why didn't I go for Frenzy Plant? I don't know. Against the opponent's Metagross, I will be able to keep a ton of energy though on my Pokemon, and I will be able to resist all the moves other than Psychic on Metagross, and they don't have Psychic. As we see the Sceptile coming in, and they're going to go ahead and go for the Earthquake. So yeah, they're going to not run the Dragon Claw on theirs, which is fine for me. I can go for one Brave Bird. I will be able to completely destroy that one. They're going to get a ton of energy here though, but I'm going to generate energy way faster than them. And what I didn't know here was I was already in a Frenzy Plant, and this is going to screw me over now. I over-tapped here. I tried to tap my move, but sadly they're going to have two moves now. They will be... never mind. That doesn't make sense. I went for a fast move, and this shouldn't be CMP tie or like whatever that was. I don't know what happened there. I didn't click on my charge move anymore. I did a 3-turn move against their 2-turn move. It doesn't make any sense at all that I was able to throw my charge move immediately afterwards, unless they lagged or something. But weird. Also, what is weird, we have the Ho-Oh mirror match up here. This is a little bit tricky. I actually have no idea how this actually goes before, but of course now I know how it goes because I played it out-ish. They're going to go for the bait, which is interesting. I was like, Brave Bird should KO them, right? I think it does. Let's see, we're going to go for another Brave Bird. We will be able to get another shield from the opponent. Doesn't show it up here, but we saw that it doesn't do damage, so it must be a shield, and exactly that was the case. I can still go for another one. They're going to go for another fast move here, and this barely doesn't knock them out, but I will be able to swap out. I get one fast move through, which doesn't knock them out either, but they only go for one Brave Bird, which is fine for me. They're going to go into their Zacian now. And depending on what moveset they have, I'm fine, because if they have Play Rough, I hardwall them with my Ho-Oh. If they have the Wild Charge, I hardwall them with my Sceptile. So no matter what they have here, I should be pretty fine, but I should have waited out way longer to go into my Ho-Oh. This was, I think, a crucial mistake here. Let's see, they're gonna go into their Dialga. I guess it doesn't matter. I wonder if one Earthquake would have even knocked them out here from my Mega Sceptile. One Dragon Claw definitely doesn't do the job here. Also, two Dragon Claws don't do the job. As I get to another move here, I would have definitely got to the Earthquake. I don't know if it would have done more. Like, definitely would have done more than this. I think it would have knocked them out. I think I could have won the game, but again, I don't have the Earthquake, so it is fine. We see a Groudon in the lead. That's pretty nice for me, and we see Lugia coming back in here. We will be able to go for one Brave Bird here from against the opponent. This should do a ton of damage again, but they're actually going to shield this move up. Fine for me, I can go ahead and go into my Dialga. I'm going to be able to shield up their Aeroblast coming through. They still don't boost, which is very good for me. They're going to get a ton of energy here, like literally so much energy. I have to go for my Draco Meteor now to knock them out before they can go for another Arrow Blast. They're going to let this move go through. Now we can still get to one Draco Meteor against the opponent's Groudon here, which they are most likely going to shield up, I guess. Or do they let this move go through? They're going to let this move go through, going to do a ton of damage here. They have to throw, it's going to be a Fire Punch. And now we have a pretty decent scenario as we can align our Ho-Oh again. We have a ton of energy, but sadly, it's going to be a Mega Gyarados again. And Mega Gyarados is having access, of course, to Dragon Breath, which is super effective against us. And I guess if I had the Leaf Blade, I would have been able to win this match up here, because one Leaf Blade, I think, would knock them out from this range. 100% would have knocked them out from this range, but I don't. And what I also don't have is a resistance here to water with my Ho-Oh. So this next Awkward Tail is going to definitely tickle a little bit, as we will be able to go for a Brave Bird. This will knock them out, but also the opponent still has energy on their Ho-Oh. So sadly, close one there. Very well played by my opponent, by the way, after losing Lead Start. And here we, by the way, have the world champ MEweedle, who also beat me in the recent tournament. Kinda sad about the recent tournament, to be fair. He beat me fair and square. I actually beat myself at the end game there. I could have played it out way better and I would have won against him. Which actually he won the total tournament then for Stuttgart, which was funny. But I actually could have definitely put him into the losers bracket there if I just played it better. But new meta, I didn't know what Mantine would do against me, and thus basically won him the final game there. But yeah, very good player. He, of course, won the recent regional and also won Worlds in his age division, at least. Now this age division for him is not there anymore. Like, everybody plays on the same division, which I think is also better. But yeah, we will be able to go ahead and go for at least a Dragon Claw kill here against their opponent's Dragonite, which is cool. What do they have in the bag, actually? I wonder what they have in the bag. I don't know what they have in the bag. They're going to have a Dialga in the bag. So they basically ran a triple Dragon Breath, which is funny, which definitely going to knock us out here. Interesting team, but yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Was a little fun to run Sceptile, not the best, definitely the worst out of the three, but it still worked out better than I thought. So yeah, that's going to be it for it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!